Hi there, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, I'm working on a 5x7 double-page spread for my Autumn 23 mini album, and I titled this page Gather. I'm using the digital version of the collection Welcome Autumn by Carta Bella and lots of stamps and dies. I'm starting with a little paper strip that goes from top to bottom across the page on the left side, and then I'm going to be running this through my sewing machine to get some stitching on the page. So these pages are back and front, but I made sure that they still open, and here you can see now where that stitching is there. So as usual, I do create my pages or design with digital products. When I use digital products, I create my pages in Silhouette Studio so that I can get the papers ready for print. Silhouette Studio is a free software in which I can easily create just the page design. I often use sketches that I just adjust to fit my size of what I'm working with. This one is a 5x7 inch project, but I often use either scrapbook layouts or sketches for 12 by 12 pages, and then just put the designs on some part of the page there. So this one actually, as you can see, goes across the two pages, and so I make sure that I cut them apart so that they will get the binding. There are two separate pieces that will have a binding in between. That will happen once my album is pretty much done. All the individual pages are done, and then I can add the binding to the pages. Here I used some of my dies to basically cut out a whole bunch of little pumpkins. Then I watercolored them. I do have watercolor pencils because I was able to get a whole like 200 or something, 200 plus different colors. So all I need to do is just look at my swatch and see which one actually matches, which colors match my projects best. And so then I had these little leaves that I also cut out. And here are the two pictures that will go, and I think they're like a 2 by 2 inch photo each, and then I matted it on black cardstock so that it would jump off the page a little bit. Usually with all my papers, I do run a card across them to just to stress the edges. It's what other people would do with just stamping ink, but I find that it just casts nice shadows onto my pages and gives my pages nice dimension. And without actually getting too thick, but there's a bit of dimension on my page, so that's why I like to do it. And there are distressing tools, but I just use a leftover gift card from some shopping mall or something like that. So it doesn't matter. I'm not ruining any pairs of scissors with that, and it works well to distress the edges there. So here I am placing a strip across that other piece of paper, and then I had this little tag, and I got these very pretty autumn they're stamp and die cut sets that were available locally, and then I used some of my felt markers to just color them and then create a tag this way, and then add some more. Here is a little tag with a stamped sentiment. I didn't care so much about getting the full tag because I knew it was going to be tucked behind, so I just got enough of a tag that I could put my stamping on top there. And then here again I'm creating, and I use that dark little circle there in the background not to write on it, but to just give it a little more of a pop what I want to place in front. But you see here, for once I am actually remembering that these things go behind the picture, but I also need to want to make sure that once I've clustered everything, things will still be visible with those little pumpkins that also continue the theme from the other page on this page. And so I had to do a little bit of arranging there so that I knew where to exactly put that dark circle there. That is also a die-cut piece. This one is actually from a font. It's an autumn font that comes in the Silhouette store, and I just printed it on dark, these are easy to recolor. I love using those as little extra embellishments. Then here I also used a die cut to make a pretend little sunflower there, using some nice kind of shimmery yellow paper that I have in my stash, and so and the rest are just stamps and dies basically. And then obviously the sunflower I didn't have to color. This one, these pumpkins, this cluster of pumpkins there, actually came with this digital collection. It's actually a full-on normal paper collection, but you can get the digital versions of them. And what I love about the digital versions is they can be resized to any size that fit your needs. And when you get them on sale, they're like $6 or something for the entire collection. And I just love how you can then not spend too much money on these things and still get a whole lot out of them. So here again, I used my watercolor pencils to just color these pumpkins, and they become my next little cluster there, so that I have the two clusters. Obviously, I'm making sure they're not the same. I don't want them to be the same, but they're kind of repeating the topic or the theme from one page to the other. And again, I have all these other little leaves that I also watercolored, and now it's just clustering and arranging them around that little pumpkin cluster there. And then all I have left for this page is to add my little word strips that I create, and then I just use them as extra little embellishments on my pages there. So they're easy to use. All I need to do is just print them out on cardstock. Many of them I've made available as freebies on my blog, mistyhilltops.com, and if you happen to run across it. So there's a whole lot of other freebies as well, but these things I make available, and they're tiny, as you can see. So but because I'm a small scale scrapper, I don't scrap on 12 by 12 projects. They're too big for me, but in the small scale that I use, they work just fine. So that's basically my page done. I'm going to leave you with some more close-ups once I have all the word strips added. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.